going to Fantastic Caverns, where they actually drive in the cavern inside the cave. This is in Springfield, Missouri. And it's off of Route 66. I got a little Jeep here. And we're going in. There's a sign here. Looks nice.
We'll be boarding in 5 minutes.
I was trying to get it on that side, I think. And it's going to drip water on you. So just let you know. Yeah. Yep.
It's down.
Whoa.
Oh my God. Do they measure your house?
Absolutely not.
Of course.
It's dripping.
Oh wow.
Alright guys, this is Sterling. He's going to take our picture, so if you want to give him a nice big smile, there will be a bright light, so do watch your eyes. That driver's side, you're going to have another low spot. Watch your heads.
It tastes a bit salty. Is that magnesium? Wow, I mean, this is narrow and low.
Something in common, they have 3 zones. You have the entrance zone or the daylight zone where we came in, where Sterling took our picture. We have the dark zone over here. Believe it or not, that's what we call it. I have no idea why.
Oh wow.
Welcome to the auditorium, guys. This is the largest room in our cave. And our cave is what we call Solutions Cave. Basically what that means is everything you see here has been formed by water in one way or another. These large caverns that we're going to be driving through have been dissolved by water over time, and every formation you see is here thanks to water. What happens, that water is seeping through the ceiling above, and on its way it collects minerals, specifically calcite. And it will deposit that calcite onto the ceiling, and they start out as little baby formations, which we call soda straws. They're small and they're hollow in the middle. That's how they got that name. And eventually more calcite will come. They will start to cap off and form solid structures, which we call stalactites. like this big guy right here. Yeah. And then faster drips of water, they bring that calcite to the ground, forming stalagmites beneath them. Now, these guys, they are lined up, and they should meet one day. I highly doubt I will be here when that happens, but it will form a cave column when it does, and we do have some established ones in our cave you all will see here soon. We also have another formation, which we call a cave curtain or cave drapery. All that happens here is that water follows an angle along the ceiling, leaves the calcite in its trail over and over until it forms something that almost looks like a type of fabric. And that's how it got the name. Some people also refer to this as cave bacon. So if you've ever heard of that name before, that's what they're referring to.
It's definitely bacon.
I know, that's a much better option. The last one we're going to talk about is this melted cheese coming out of the walls over here.
Interesting, yeah.
This is flowstone. And what happens, that water is coming in between the layers of rock on the side, not from the ceiling. And the water that made this flowstone also collected iron on its way here. And that's what gives it the weird color. It's technically rust. So if you see any formations in this cave that look a little bit more red, it just means they collected more iron on their way here. And these formations, they grow about 1 cubic inch per 100 years.
I'm sorry, okay, so you said 1 cubic inch per
1 cubic inch per 100 years. So like, I take a regular ice cube, I put it on top, wait for it to melt.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask
it's
you.
a volume, not length.
Yeah.
Or you could envision me coming in every 100 years just to put a fresh coat of paint on this thing. That's the rate they're growing by. Do you guys have a guess as to how old this one is, knowing that now?
Mr. 75,000 years old.
Okay, very specific. I like it.
I was gonna say 10.
Okay. Would you guys like to know the official answer?
Sure.
30,000.
We have no idea. The fact is that 1 cubic inch per 100 years, it is an average for the entire cave, and we change depth depending on where we are. In fact, I encourage you all, as we go through all the different rooms of the cave here, to be listening for that water. In some rooms, you hear it dripping quite consistently, while in others, you don't even hear a drop. It also depends on the rain. Missouri has been in a drought for a little while, and you may have noticed the one I'm pointing on right now is wet, but the ones next to it are dry. They're not growing right now. They need water to grow. So there's so many variables that go into when they grow, how fast they grow, that we really have no idea how old they are. But there is a formation in this cave we do know the age of, and that's what we're going to go see next.
All right.
But yeah, iPhone have a little bit. Get a picture of the kids. Joshua, you know how? So this is quite possibly the most perfect cave column we have in our entire cave.
Is it man-made?
Yeah, it's not supposed to be here. In 1941, our neighbor at the time, he wanted a well. He wanted to get some water for his house. Fair enough. They did know that the cave was here in 1941. They wanted to visit. They wanted to be about 10 feet on the other side of this wall. They did not do a very good job. They hit our cave. And once they figured they were like, gee, we're already here. We might as well just keep on going. And they did for about 50 more feet. They did find some water in the lower levels of our cave, but it was not the greatest source of water. And they did cap it off. It's no longer in use. Removing it would just cause more harm to the cave, so they left it here. And it does serve a unique purpose as a measuring stick, because we know when this was put here. You guys see the ridges up at the top coming off the hole? Yep. Those are baby cave curtains. 85 years old, 3/4 of an inch. Now I want you all to look over here at that massive cave curtain that's now turned into a column. Just imagine how long it has taken for that to get to the size it is today, if that's what they look like in their 80s. A long time. This was also a cast iron black pipe when it was new. And we did not paint this. That is all calcite that you see.
Is that the
And-
Wi-Fi?
No, there is no Wi-Fi down here. I'll get to that in just a second.
Yeah.
And the fact it's still wet means it's still technically growing, because that water is still bringing in calcite. And then the other thing I want to mention, you guys see the strings hanging up at the top there?
Yeah.
Those are tree roots.
Oh,
From a tree 90 feet above, still
Oh, wow.
looking for water down here. Yeah.
Should know where to find it.
It will keep on going. And that's it. That antenna up there, that's actually how I'm able to radio up. You guys may have noticed on your phones, there is no cell service down here.
Yep.
So it was not supposed to be here. It was technically a mistake in its day, but it's serving a pretty cool purpose right now. So there's a nice little pep talk for it. All right, guys, this cave was first found in 1862 by a man with the name John Knox. And if we're being technical, it was actually found by his dog. Yeah. Did you guys see a statue on your way down here?
Yeah.
Yep, that was of Juno. He was a bloodhound or a hunting dog of some kind. And one day, Mr. Juno, he either followed the scent of a critter or the critter itself into a hole in the side of the hill. And he didn't come back out, at least on his own. John Knox had to go in after him. He got down on his belly and crawled for 20 to 25 feet. Then he figured out that he could stand up. However, the cave was not well lit like it is right now. I'm going to show you all what that would have looked like for him. Yeah, so I am turning lights off. If that bothers anyone, you can just cover your eyes. This one, because it offers a better view into that lower level of the cave that runs beneath us. That first sinkhole that I passed, it does have a hole big enough for a human to go through if they wanted to. You just can't really see what's going on down there. We get water coming in from the left from under the bridge from our recharge points. This is other sinkholes on the surface or any other way that water comes into the cave. It'll all exit to the right through our one discharge point, which is the Indian Springs. And all of that water goes into the Little Sac River. And you guys can actually go see that. That's what our nature trail leads to. So if you fancy a walk later, you can go see what I'm talking about. Sometimes we get so much water coming in that it cannot get out fast enough.
Picture. It's like a cool little light system. There's flashlight, different light boxes. Yeah. No, it's not box. It's the insight into the you know, the minerals in the water, so it forms these structures. So, yeah, so it's like crystal, you know, crystal, chemical crystals. And structures on top of each other. Actually, I'd love to go and watch it.
All right, guys, passenger side. We have those names of those first explorers, those 12 young girls. February 27th, 1867. Unfortunately, we can't let that happen. 12 young girls and one guy from California. Very brave. All right, that passenger side, you're also going to want to watch out for your head right here. We've got this big old rock sticking out. It will catch you by surprise if you're not looking for it. 1862, what do you think was going on?
Civil War.
Civil War. Exactly. And Missouri saw an awful lot of fighting. And both sides, they happen to really like caves. And it has to do with one of the animals we talked about earlier. Any guesses?
Bats.
Bats. You see, bats, they make bat guano, which is a fancy word for bat poop. And bat poop has been tied to saltpeter. So what they do, either side, they figured out he had a cave, they come in, they mine the soil, and they put it in a leaching vat, a lot like this one right here. You see, saltpeter, it acts a lot like sugar. It will just dissolve in water. So they basically wash water through the soil and wait for it to come out the other end. Like so. Now you have a nice little muddy slurry, and all this is dissolved saltpeter and water. Now what they had to do water. And they would do that by pouring it over a fire, boiling that water away, and eventually you'd get little saltpeter crystals forming on the rim and at the bottom. They'd take that, grind it all up, and then they'd add in sulfur and potash.
Gunpowder.
What do you think they got?
Like powder.
Exactly. Yep, gunpowder. And that was a hot commodity in the middle of the Civil War. Both sides really wanted to get their hands on some. And there was no law protecting John Knox. If either side figured out he had a cave, they could come in and take his cave, his land, and his house. And there was nothing he could do to stop them. Very good incentive to keep it quiet for 5 years.
Yeah.
But we have still seen a lot of action down here, even since the days of John Knox. In the 1920s, there was a good time down here. During that Prohibition era, there was an illegal speakeasy in this area. Yeah, people came down here to drink, party, gamble, the whole thing. This was the place to be any old Saturday night. They somehow got a piano down here. They had fun, they had lots of fun. And one day someone had too much fun.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's the right word. A local bootlegger shot his brother-in-law on the property in a heated argument. Unfortunately, law enforcement could not overlook that, and they did shut down the speakeasy. We saw more action though in the 1960s. We actually had a radio show down here. And that's how we got the stage that I'm on right now. And if you all look up, the stage lights, which are still left behind.
Yeah.
That radio show was called Farmerama, and they had country music stars like Buck Owens, Ray Price, Lefty Frizzle, and the Presley Country Jubilee. That last one got their start down here, and it was a mixture of them later wanting to move on to Branson, and then those Jeep tours getting started in 1962, that it got a little crowded down here. And they decided to just stick with the Jeep tours. It was the better investment in the long run, but thanks to them we still have the stage, which we use, and those stage lights, which are just cool to show off. Any questions before I move on, guys?
Yeah, can you turn those lights on?
I sure can.
Have you
You mean
ever,
the
Stage lights.
The stage lights?
No, they're no longer in use.
do you ever have any events down here, like a night or anything?
No, unfortunately, we just use it for the tours. We don't really have any concerts anymore. Everything you see here, all of this rubble, it used to be the ceiling. This happened last week.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
No,
What?
it did. Long time.
Sorry.
Yeah, just wanted to give you guys a little, get your heart something there. What happened a very long time ago, we did get water that would come all the way up to the top here. And this is a limestone cave. Limestone is extremely porous. It would soak all of that water up like a massive sponge. Then when that water level went back down, it was really heavy, and it would collapse under its own weight. And it happened multiple times, as you can see by the rings around our wall. It's actually thanks to it happening so many times that we don't have to worry about it happening again, because this is forming a dome structure and that last ceiling is well supported. We also don't get water that floods nearly that high anymore. And you can tell by looking at all of the formations that it has been like this for a very long time. That 1 cubic inch for 100 years, especially if you look at this stalagmite that we have lit up over here, or the ones above it. It's been like this for quite a long time. Now guys, the next room we're going into is my favorite, because this is the original room. This is where John Knox would have entered the cave, those 12 young ladies. However, I do like to kind of mention a couple things before we go in there. One, this hallway is not natural, the thing I'm about to drive through. We did bore that out so as Jeeps had a different entrance and exit, so when it got busy, we didn't run into each other. If I wanted to go back and sign my name like those young ladies did, I'd come into this room, but I'd have to climb up over this rubble pile on the other side and go back to where we first got our picture taken and enter the auditorium that way. And I would be doing it with a candle. There is still a path up there, and on the ceiling you can see the black left behind from when they took torches up there, and it burned the ceiling. That's also where they would have had to carry the piano into the auditorium.
Oh my God.
Wow.
If you guys just want to imagine what that would have looked like. Now, while I drive through here, guys, I encourage you all to look up, because we have the...
Yeah.
Oh.
Joshua was right.
Yeah, we're dripping.
Oh, I got it. I missed it.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
You blow out the candle?
Like that. Do you guys have any questions? Yeah. You do? Shoot.
Oh God! There. Oh! I'm wet.
Wait.
Alright guys, you made it. You survived.
Woo! Oh, that's beautiful. I love rocks. Look how pretty that is. Little bat hat. That's cute.
Ready, Alex? Yep, I'm ready. Ready, Oh, they make gas in here too.
Oh wow.
Steam power. Wow.
Carved by water.
Oh, that's
So a dog found the cave.